Just follow the yellow brick road. Greetings, Cancer, all placement. So this came through in Gemini's reading a few weeks ago. Also came through in Pisces or Aries, and I want to say Aquarius. So something about the yellow brick road. Now on the way on the way down the yellow brick road. Now I'm not really savvy with the Wizard of Oz. That was my sister's favorite movie. I don't even think I've honestly seen the whole thing, but she encounters good witches and bad ones. There are a lot of goblins and ghouls trying to kind of get her off her path. And there are helpers along the way. And there are tricks and tests along the way, Cancer. So there can be tricks and tests and some goblins and ghouls to kind of dive and dodge around at this time. And there are, good ones and bad ones. So discernment is what is being trained at this time, listening to your gut, your intuition. Now, when our gut is not healthy, then it doesn't have great discernment. So something here about fasting, cleaning up the diet, cleaning up the gut, something can be gutted. Maybe someone is like building a house or reframing something in a home. Something about the gutter, fixing the gutters, throw it in the gutter. I'm hearing something with that. Now, for songs, I got Maybe by Alina Baraz. What do I do when there's too much of me and too little of you? What can I say when I know you're not here to stay? How did I let all this get out of hand? Someone is wondering where, again, it's the whole Falling Out of Paradise by Chris Brown. I fell out of paradise, now all I do is cry. But in that song, she also says lies on your lips, but there's love in your eyes. So someone here can be really confused because they're like, I know this person loves me, but they're lying to me. They're not being honest with me. And what I have to say to that, Cancer, and take it, whatever side of the fence you're on, you can always be dealing with someone with other Cancer placements, is people can only meet you as deeply as they met themselves. People can only be as honest with you as they've been with themselves. A lot of the time, and I'm not justifying anyone's behavior in saying this, and I'm not condoning anyone's behavior in saying this, but it is true that a lot of the time people could pass a lie detector test against their own lies. Because there's a huge thing here where someone is just absolutely blind to their own crap. It's like they can't see it because they're doing it. So it's not like they're trying to maliciously lie about something because they aren't even super aware of their own lies. They're living a lie, okay? So someone is living a lie, someone just isn't that self-aware, and so someone else can be like, man, I'm really gutted by this is really painful. I'm taking it so personally. Why would they want to hurt me? I thought they loved me. Okay, they do love you, but they're also lying to themselves, and therefore they're obviously going to lie to you, and they're not even aware that they're lying to themselves, so they're not maliciously, intentionally lying to you because they're lying to themselves and they're not even aware of that, so they're not even really aware of how they're lying to you. It's really like that, Cancer, it's really like that. There are layers to things. There are, different floors to things, especially when it comes to awareness. Someone can be absolutely floored. Someone can be getting new floors. Someone here is definitely working on a house or upgrading a home because, gutting a home, picking out flooring, something about floors, elevator going up. I channeled that penthouse in, I want to say that was actually Cancer's reading a couple weeks ago. It's a song, it's an interlude on a Gorillaz album, and it's called Penthouse. So someone can be staying in a penthouse, someone can be moving up, someone can be promoted, someone is going up the ladder, new levels, new devils, as they say, Cancer. And that's kind of the energy with the yellow brick road as well. It's like the closer you get to that paradise, the closer you get to the castle, the higher the ante is for the temptations and the things that will try and distract you. Let's, break apart the semantics of that word. Traction, right, is to really get your hooks into something and to gain momentum because you can really hook into it. Now, when something is able to distract you, they're able to undo your traction. So someone here is trying to undo the traction that someone is gaining and what they're doing. This can be in their own health goals, in their relationship goals, in their career goals. Someone is absolutely floored by someone's traction, by the momentum that someone is gaining, and they want to distract them. Now, simultaneously, the guy downstairs can be sending people to distract someone that he thinks is going a little too fast. It's a little too fast for his liking. The Devil does not like that. He's like, you shall not pass go and collect 200. Something about monopoly. Someone can feel like someone is monopolizing something. Someone is like, you will not monopolize this. Someone is definitely being tested at this time. Now, is also getting closer by Chris Brown. Can you be my savior, my angel in the sky? Because I see millions of girls, but I couldn't find one that has your eyes. So someone here is absolutely smitten and enamored with somebody's eyes. I'm hearing, I think it's also by Alina Baraz, I see my whole life when I'm with you, my whole life when I'm with you. Someone, when they saw someone, when I looked into your eyes, I know that it's true. God must have spent a little more time on you. So this can also be an energy, Cancer, where someone is bringing the other person closer to spirituality. Someone maybe wasn't quite a believer. Now that actually makes perfect sense, because the first song that I wrote down for you guys was the song Vision, and I can't pronounce, it's like, it's an Afrobeat song. It's like Quali something with a Q, but in it, she says, she keeps singing at the beginning, something, it was arranged like magic. It was arranged like magic. So Cancer, someone can feel like a meeting was arranged like magic, a connection is arranged like magic, something just, you know, and I'm hearing that every little thing she does is magic, every little thing she does just turns me on. My life before was tragic. So someone can feel like their whole life turned around when they met someone. Someone is their good luck charm. Maybe someone really liked Lucky Charms, Luck of the Irish, something about rainbows, pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You know, the rainbow comes after the storm, so there can be a lot of rain, there can be a storm. Someone can feel like someone's lucky leprechaun, something about leprechauns. Now, leprechauns usually like put on tricks and stuff, so I don't know. There's someone here who can be kind of tricky as well, Cancer. But in that song, Vision, she also says, when you showed up, all of my priorities were just bummed. When you came, you got my vision in a blur. You got me feeling lost. So someone can also feel like their whole life was disheveled. For some of my Cancers, this definitely can be like adding a family member, or, you know, moving in with someone, having a kid, getting a pet. It's like extra responsibilities. And even though someone is really excited by those extra responsibilities, they're also feeling incredibly overwhelmed. So my favorite thing, I've had a very overwhelming last couple of weeks, like very, very, very overwhelming. Lots of things going on, lots of moving and just all sorts of things. And I literally just, you know, I make a list and I prioritize it, and whatever's the most important, you know, and I just go down that list. And I'm not getting to like 3 of the things that I want to get to by the end of the day, but I am having grace with myself because I'm understanding that I'm at least doing my priorities that I absolutely need to do. And so even though I'm not at the productivity level that I would rather operate at, I'm still utilizing all of the hours that I'm awake and, you know, getting what I need to get done. So some of my Cancers, there's definitely something here about needing to have better time management and needing to really stick to a schedule. Now, in the closer song, he says, let me be your cure to all of your loneliness. So someone here can be a total introvert. Someone here can be a loner. Someone here can just be a one-man wolf pack. Someone here, wolf, can be a strong spirit animal. He also says in that song, you hate it when I pop my because you say I'm not being myself. So someone can feel like someone is just really full of themselves. And they don't really like it when someone like puts on an act for the crowd. They're like, why don't you just be yourself? I don't know. What I have to say to that, Cancer, is, I mean, to a degree, yes. I mean, literally, the Two of Pentacles, like, there should be our home self, and then I guess we could say, like, our performance self if you are an entertainer and an athlete of sorts. But even in that, like, there's still a layer and a level of authenticity that is noticeable. And yeah, someone can be trying too hard for something. Someone also stalled, like someone didn't take action previously, maybe because they were fearful of rejection, but someone's been watching something, or someone for a while, someone's been wanting to give someone an opportunity, a home, a relationship, a job. Someone loves the work that someone's put in. Someone notices how refined someone is. This can also be someone has started watching someone because there's a lot of gossip on this person with the Devil, the Three of Cups, and the Two of Wands. And the Moon card. There could have been a lot of lies told about somebody with the Moon and the Devil. And it's like the more someone watches somebody with the Seven of Pentacles, they see how much someone is mastering their craft. They're only focused on themselves. The Sun with the Eight of Pentacles, the Four of Wands. Someone here is really pure, is really genuine, and someone is falling in love with somebody, watching this person, realizing that all the lies that were said were very clearly lies and are just jealous, envious people. They're just happiness haters. That's honestly what I'm probably going to call this one, is happiness haters. Bless you, Cancer.